Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network. I'm Greg Poff. We'll be getting the game started. And today we've got as our color commentator, former Solano Falcon herself, Bella Falafini. And Bella, what are some keys to look for in today's matchup between the Sierra Wolverines and the Solano College Falcons?
I mean, you got Sierra, great team, Solano, great team. You're obviously going to see some great defense and great hitting. I mean, when you got two teams like this, it all comes down to who makes the least errors. You know, whoever makes the least mistakes is going to win this ball game.
And I think we saw that in the Super Regionals last year, the last time these two teams faced. Well, should be an outstanding game. And now for the play-by-play, let's bring in our play-by-play announcer, Stas Samoida.
All right, first pitch in there just a bit low for ball one, so that's the way this game starts. We have Denali Smith on the mound, and that's the way her day starts in the first. Leading off for the Sierras, Casey Trinanza. Is this a similar lineup that we saw last year from this Sierra team, Bella?
It has its similarities, but I mean, they did lose a lot of players, so we're looking a little bit new.
Now, is Solano looking for a little bit of a payback from last year, kicking you guys out of the playoffs here?
Oh, definitely. This game, all revenge. I mean, all personal.
So now the 1-1 count, pitch on the way, and this one's chopped foul right at home plate. So now the count will go to 1-2. So Denali Smith, Ashley Dufresne behind the plate. We have Alicia Selden down at first base. Second base, Brittany Jacobson, Elena Benapayo is short, and Jasmine Hornsberry over at third base. And the 1-2 pitch. And this one's chopped right to Elena Benapayo. Benapayo throws it over to first, and it's in time for out number one. Now Elena, a big anchor on the defensive side for Solano. And tell me a little bit about Elena Benapayo on the defensive side of the ball.
Elena Benapayo, I've been playing with her 5 years now. I mean, probably one of the best defensive players I've ever had on the field with me.
Yeah, I know she was a big spark in your guys' lineup and defensively and offensively last year.
Oh, definitely.
Swing and a miss, strike one to Grace Carr, the center fielder for Sierra today. Now both these teams, both very good teams, and like we've been talking about, both met up last year in the Super Regionals. And this one's fouled down the left field line, so now a quick 0-2 count to Grace Carr. Now, Denali Smith, actually, she's from Alaska, I heard.
She is. She is.
So how did she get recruited all the way from Alaska to come play here in Fairfield, California?
I believe she just, heard about, California is known for its softball, and she heard about it. I mean, Solano being ranked so high last year, thought she'd come on down.
And that's great for the program. Oh, this was fouled back. Almost hits me in the face over here, so yeah, we'll stay at 0-2.
Same with Brittany Jacobson. She's from Washington as well. She heard about the school, had some options, and chose Solano.
That's awesome. If you get girls coming here from outside of state, it shows for your program here. It's a great program and great coach, and Coach Pearson Bloom doing a great job here at Solano for the past couple of years. And that one's in the dirt for ball one. So now the count will go to 1-2. Now, have you seen a lot of Denali Smith, a lot of her pitching repertoire? What does she usually throw?
Oh, Denali? Denali's got great speed on her. Got great spin.
Oh, this one's poked into left field, and Danny MG is under it and catches it for out number 2. That's the second out of the inning. Now it's going to bring up Siani Scott, a 3-hitter for the Sierra Wolverines, and she is the DP today. And what is the DP? The designated player?
It is the designated player. It's like just the designated hitter.
Pitch is high for ball one, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. A lot different than baseball. I was a ball player myself, and playing the game, it's like when I got to do you guys' tournament last year, it's like, oh, we have 10 people down over here. A little bit of advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, good pitch on the outside corner, so now the count will go to 1-1.
Yeah, good thing having the DP and a flex. Gives someone who's great at defense an opportunity to play, and a great hitter an opportunity to play.
Yeah, it's something you always like to see because, you tailor to each his own and you get more playing time. This one's chopped, coming in. Benapayo skips up, throws it to first, and Scott is safe at first with kind of a swinging bunt. It kind of was just in no man's land between the shortstop, third baseman, and pitcher.
Yeah,
there.
That was definitely a tough one.
So that's the first hit of the game for the Wolverines. Now it's going to bring up Lexi Wagner, the third baseman for the Wolverines. So the runner on first pitch in. This one's chopped. Benapile gets it, throws it over to first for out number 3. So a pretty smooth inning to start this game for the Falcons, and we're heading to the bottom of the first. So bottom of the first here at Solano Community College in beautiful Fairfield, California. Beautiful day here today, just a tad windy, but rather be in this weather than over in back east when they're under piles and piles of snow. But leading off today for the Sierra Falcons is Elena Benapile, followed by Danny MG and Steph Cello. So that's the 1-2-3 hitters seen this inning. And on the mound today is Jordan Becker for the Wolverines. And that first pitch to Benapile is outside for ball 1. Now Benapile being the NorCal Player of the Year last year. I think her stat line was about a .525 batting average or something crazy like that. So I know teams really took a notice to what she did last year. She's probably not going to see as many good pitches as she did last year.
Probably not. They're probably going to pitch around her. Seeing as she had 8 home runs last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really have the size as you'd think of a power hitter, but she's got some pop in the bat. Now, how fun was it to play alongside her, get to see her hit and do what she did last year?
Oh, playing alongside her, that was probably the funnest I've ever had.
That pitch is high for ball 3, and you know, with teams maybe being afraid to throw to her, so she might be getting a lot of leadoff walks this year for the Falcons.
Hey, on base is on base.
Yep. Any way you can get them, right?
Exactly.
So she looks in, the 3-0 pitch underway. Right down the heart of the plate, so now the count goes to 3-1. So Jordan Becker has a 3-1 count on Lana Benapile here. Let's see what she comes back with. She has to throw a strike. And the pitch. And this one slapped. Oh, just foul down the left field line, so now the count will go full. And she kind of has a little slap hit, so kind of describe to me what that's used for as a left-handed hitter in softball.
Yeah, I mean, Elena's a slap hitter, as you would say. Pretty much, she has the speed to do it. She has power as well as soft hitting. I mean, it's a great advantage.
So the full count, and the pitch is low, so a leadoff walk for Elena Benapile. So it's a good start today for the Falcons. So now Jordan Becker's really going to have to buckle down here. She cannot afford another walk. We know Elena Benapile has plenty of speed down there on first base, and it's going to be up to Alexandria Tinoco to try to throw her out down at second. But we all know she's got plenty of speed down there. Very hard to throw out. So the first pitch to MG, outside for ball 1. And Alexandria came up looking to throw.
Danny has great speed, too. Same kind of hitter.
So what should we expect from Danny here? What's the situation where Coach Bloom really emphasizes here?
I mean, you got a basic softball situation. No outs, runner at first, slap hitter. Probably going to expect a bunt.
Is that why the third baseman over there is really playing in, expecting that bunt?
Exactly. Really close.
I know we were out here a couple weeks ago watching practice, doing some little B-roll to get stuff for the broadcast here, and that pitch is in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. And I really saw Coach Pearson Bloom really emphasizing on the bunting and learning the situations. And how does that really help as a team? You guys really rallied behind that last year.
I mean, we're a small game team, it's just a different part of the game.
Oh, and this one's fouled back, so now the count will stay at 1-2. And looked like that pitch started to rise a little bit.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Now, how hard is it to hit a rise ball?
Rise balls are difficult. I mean, I struggle with rise balls myself. I mean, you really just got to watch the ball in. I mean, if you see it rise, just lay off.
Now, can you pick up the spin on a rise ball? Is it a different spin than any other pitch? Does it have like a little backward or forward motion? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you really should be watching the spin the whole way in. But, I mean, like I said, it's really hard to pick up because once you see it, it's coming in, it looks great, and you just want to go for it.
Your eyes get all wide. It's like,
oh yeah.
Yep.
You're like, this is mine.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Danny MG goes down there, and that's the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Steph Cello, the designated player for the Falcons today. So with one out here, let's see if she can pick up her teammate and try to advance the runner.
No doubt she will. Steph's been having a great season.
Yeah, Steph Cello's batting a 300 on the year. Run, ooh, Benapaya had me fooled as she got a good jump off the bag. Will stay at home. That pitch comes in for a strike. Yeah, so a 300 average, a 315 slugging percentage with 8 RBIs already on the season, and she is the team leader so far. Has not had a home run yet, but when you're having all those RBIs, you don't need. Oh, and there's a nice hit in the left field. That ball is going to get down. So Steph Cello with a 1-out single. Now runners on first and second with 1 out. It's going to bring up Nay White. And Adriana Nay White is batting a 417 with a 542 slugging percentage with a couple of RBIs and 3 doubles and 10 hits, 5 runs scored, 24 at bats. So she's having a pretty nice season so far for the Falcons.
Oh, definitely.
Now, would this be a bunting situation here, you would think, or you just let her swing away?
I mean, with the way Nay's been hitting lately, I would swing away.
First pitch, swing and a miss, and that was a big hack from Nay White right there. Seemed like that ball kind of tailed off at the end there.
Yeah, I did.
So corners are playing in, runners first, second, 1 out. Oh, 1 count. And the pitch. Oh, right on the inside part corner, gets the call, so the count goes 0-2, and that's kind of the disadvantage of crowding the plate. You don't always get that call.
Yeah, I mean, but Nay's a great hitter. She can just turn on that, go with it.
So the 0-2 count. And the pitch. She slaps at this one, fouls it down the right field line, out of play, so now the count will stay at 0-2, so a good battle here. It's always a necessity to try to get the pitcher to throw more pitches, and I know as the difference from baseball to softball, the pitchers tend to throw a lot more pitches because it's more of a natural motion.
Yeah. I mean, as hitters, you always want the pitcher to just throw more and more and more, tire her out.
And that pitch is low for ball 1, so now the count goes to 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch. Chops this one and hit right to the second baseman. She flips it up over to first for out number 2. And so the runners will advance, so she gets the job done. It's going to bring up Alicia Selden. Alicia, thank you. I have her written down wrong in my scorebook here. Just got out of class, so I showed up a couple minutes. That's why our fearless leader, Greg Poff, had to do the intro for us over here. Now, what do you like to see from Alicia here?
Oh, Alicia. I mean, Alicia's been showing great power lately. I mean, I think her last games last week had 2 home runs.
Wow. 2 home runs and 1 behind Brittany Jacobson. Brittany Jacobson with 3, and so she's second on the team in home runs. And, man, she would really like to get one out here or just put something in play, get a base hit, get one in from Solano. That pitch is high for ball 1. Yeah, Alicia's batting a 389, 722 slugging percentage. So that's a pretty good stat line so far to start the season. And that ball is in the dirt. So now the count goes 2-0. So on a 2-0 count here, do you get the green light? Swing and a miss, strike 1. Now, as a former player, on the 2-0 count, what pitch specifically are you looking for?
Oh, I'm looking for that perfect pitch. 2-0, pitchers don't want to hit that 3-0. They don't want to be in that spot, so they're going to throw it. They're going to throw it to you.
This one's hopped up into right field. Sun is in there waving around the wind, and she makes the catch to end the inning. So Solano strands 2, and we're heading to the top of the second.
Hi, my name is Janie MG. I'm a sophomore left fielder, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
So top of the second inning now, and still scoreless here at Solano Community College. And the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for the Wolverines, and leading off is Taylor Martinez, the first baseman. Bats from the left side of the plate. First pitch is chopped right back to the pitcher. She throws it over to first for out number 1. A good job by Denali Smith to field her position. And that's what you call a little PFP. First thing in spring training is pitcher's fielding practice.
Oh, yeah.
Spring training just started up for the Major League Baseball. How excited are you about that?
Spring training? Oh, too excited. What's your team?
Oakland, of course.
Oh, there you go.
Hey. And the first pitch to Kelly is low for ball 1. So Courtney Kelly coming in, and you can hear it from the Sierra Wolverines dugout. They're chanting Courtney, Courtney, Courtney. So they expect Courtney to do something big for them. So the 1-0 pitch from Smith. Chopped it right back at her again. Throws it over to first, and that's the second out of the inning. So she's doing it all herself right now. And how awesome is that to play behind a pitcher that can do it? You just sit back and relax.
Oh, it's great. Too good. You know, it's funny. You hear her call her Denali. I don't think not one player on this team calls her Denali. Everyone calls her Alaska.
Alaska, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to have to put that down in my broadcaster's notes here. Just call her straight Alaska. I like it. So AJ Tinoco coming up to the plate now. First pitch to her. It's chopped. Oh, right over the head of the Alaska, over to Benapayo. Throws it out for a quick 1-2-3 inning, and we're heading to the bottom of the second.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Cello. I'm a freshman catcher. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
So, bottom of the second here with the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for Solano, and it's Ashley Dufresne to lead off the bottom of this inning. Let's see if Ashley can get on base here and try to spark a rally in the early part and try to find one across the board. Score early and often is always the motto here at Solano. The first pitch from Becker is low for ball 1. I believe Jordan Becker was actually a part of this Sierra Wolverine team last year when you guys played them in the Super Regionals.
Do believe that is true.
I know she was a pretty big force for this team that led them all the way to the state. Oh, this one's chopped right to the shortstop. Casey Trinanza throws it over to first for out number 1. Kind of looked like Casey bobbled that, came up a little bit, but big glove and scooped it up. So
I mean, that was a tough play. I mean, she got that short hop right there, so pretty good play for that shortstop.
So now Brittany Jacobson coming to the plate for Solano, second baseman.
Brittany leading the team in home runs. Hopefully see something big right here.
That pitch is low for ball 1. Yeah, she has 3 home runs on the year, so that's pretty good. And you like to see that type of production from your, 7 hitter, of course. You usually see that in your 3, 4 hitter, but if you can get that type of home run power at the bottom of your lineup, it's a big help down the later stretches of the season. The 1-0 pitch is chopped down the right field line and go out of the play, so the count goes to 1-1. Pretty quick pace of play here today. I know that's another issue that Major League Baseball is having, trying to speed up the game, and there's no worry about that here. We're just moving along. Good pitching battle so far in the game. 1-1 pitch. Catches the letters for strike 2, so now the count goes to 1-2.
Any softball player loves a quick game.
So corners in. 1-2 pitch. This was popped straight up over our heads and goes out of play. So good battle here by Jacobson. Just fighting to stay alive. Just a bit outside. So now the count will go to 2-2, and a good job by Brittany Jacobson there by laying off that tough, little bit of a sweeping pitch, a little bit of a slider.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably a curve. Softball, we don't throw sliders.
So you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Same exact pitch, just off the plate. So the count goes to 3-2, and Jordan Becker trying to come back and have Jacobson chase it, but Jacobson's having none of it and does a great job by working the count full now. Now Becker's really going to have to bear down now and get a good pitch, and we all know now that Jacobson has some power, so this could be working in her favor. Oh, good battle. Fouls it back again. She's right on top of it, just barely missing that ball. Now, what makes her so successful at the plate with her swing?
I mean, being successful at the plate, I mean, that's all focus, you know? And that's what Brittany has.
3-2 pitch. Great job. Stays right on that pitch again. And
also discipline. I mean, you see those outside pitches. I mean, any hitter wants to hit that. I mean, they're hungry for that pitch. But, I mean, you got to have discipline, hold back.
so once again, the payoff pitch.
There.
Pops this one straight up behind the plate. Could be trouble. Oh, and AJ Tinoco just cannot handle that there. And now, weren't you a catcher?
I was.
And now, how hard is that play right there?
I mean, it's a toughie. I mean, you just got to flip up, look for the ball, and catch the ball.
Now, the sun and wind ever affect you too much? And
With the sun, I mean, on this Solano field right here, you just got to get used to, I mean, home field advantage. The sun's facing the field. Wind's a toughie.
Yeah, we know we are in the wind channel over here in Cordelia. That is ball 4. A great at-bat from Brittany Jacobson to be down in the count, work it full, foul off 4 tough pitches, and eventually lead to a walk. And it's going to bring up Kristen Bayarda coming up to the plate, hitting from the left side of the plate. Batting a .235 on the year. And Kristen is showing bunt here. She pulls it back. And the pitch is low and outside for ball 1. Now in softball, are you allowed to steal as soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand or once it crosses the plate?
Once it leaves the pitcher's hand.
So that's where you get the big jumps?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like baseball. You can step off the plate. I mean, if you step off while the pitcher has that ball in the hand, you're out.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not even just go, oh, okay, so you got to really be careful about that. Oh, chop foul, and it was a little bit, maybe a design hit and run there, but goes foul, so nothing working. So now the count goes to 1-1. We're seeing this. I know. I know Solano always has good speed on the bases. They play a lot of small ball, but also packs a lot of punch. And I know you guys can just beat them every play, every way of the game. Small ball, long ball, pitching. Oh, a little check swing, but fouls off over the left field line, and it goes out of play. So now the count goes to 1-2.
It really pays off to have all those styles of the game.
And how great of a job does Coach Pearson Bloom do to bring the team together and really establish your fundamentals and teamwork?
Oh, Coach Bloom, that's one of the best coaches I've ever had coach me, you know. Obviously shows with their 15 seasons.
I know she's closing in on her 200th win.
Oh.
400. I'm sorry, I was corrected by Greg Poffler. Yeah, 400 wins as a coach. I mean, that's something that's huge. That's a huge milestone right there.
That's an accomplishment.
So a 2-2 pitch underway. Low and outside, runner on the move, throws down the second. The throw beats her, and she gets under the tag. So that's a stolen base from Brittany Jacobson. Great wheels right there. Now the count is going to go full. Actually, when I was out here watching the practice, I saw the team really working on sliding and getting under those tags, and that was a textbook right there because the throw did beat her, but the tag wasn't there.
Exactly. That's always tough on a catcher.
And the pitch. Oh, and the umpire says yes, she did. So that's a strikeout for Kristen Bayarda. That's a second out of the Smith. Now coming to the plate is number 10, Jasmine Hornsby Edwards. So big opportunity here for Edwards to really get a base hit, try to get one home. The first pitch of hers low, and that's going to be ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch. And it's in there for a strike call. So now the count goes to 1-1. And Jacobson is dancing off second base and just itching to try to get Tinoco behind the plate to try to backpick her. Maybe she can take off for third.
I mean, 2 outs. Brittany's waiting for Jasmine to do something with her. And Jasmine with that .318 average, you know, hopefully she's going to bring her in.
Drops down the bunt, and it bounced off the plate. Bounced behind the plate. The umpire, good call there. So now it's going to be a 1-2 count. Really have to buckle down here for Jasmine. Just put the ball in play and make something happen. You can't afford a strikeout here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts from Jordan Becker to end the threat. Solano strands 1, heading to the top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd inning. The 8-9-1 hitters coming up for the Wolverines. And leading off this inning is Claire Shaffett, the left fielder. So Claire would really like to start trying to get to Alaska here. Alaska's doing a great job on the mound today. Had a quick 1-2-3 inning, only threw 4 pitches in the top half of the 2nd, so I know she'd like to repeat that here in the top of the 3rd. First pitch, just a bit low, ball 1. Now, what have you seen so far from Alaska that you really like so far?
I mean, Alaska,
This one's chopped, scoops it up, throws it down to first, and what a great play by Jasmine Hornsby Edwards, coming in and on the run, makes a good throw down to first base for out number 1. Now coming to play is Bailey Norquist, the right fielder for the Wolverines. So, yeah, back to my question, Alaska. What did you being a catcher, I know you're analyzing over here.
of course. I mean, anyone can admire her focus right now.
Good pitch on the outside corner. Count goes 0-1.
And great speed. Perfect for what she's playing right now. I mean, and she hits her spots. That's all you can ask for as a catcher. Hit your spots.
Ooh, that ball came up high. And this little lack of grip there kind of almost plunks Norquist in the head. I guess that's why she's wearing the face mask.
Of course.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Chopped right back at Alaska. She scoops it up, throws it over to first for out number 2. So good play there by Denali Smith. And now it comes back to the top of the order. Now, when you flip the page as a catcher, because I know you guys, you have your game plan coming in, you're going through the second way through the lineup. What are you looking at to change or keep the same?
I mean, it really depends what that player did in the first inning or their first at bat. I mean, if you got them on that strikeout, I mean, you got to be thinking, are they thinking about the adjustment?
First pitch to Casey Trinanza is outside for ball 1.
I mean, or if they really struggled with that one pitch, throw the pitch again.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Pitch is high. Count goes 2-0, and a lot of chatter coming from Sierra's dugout, which is always a good thing. Kind of gives you a little team togetherness.
Oh, yeah.
But Denali doing an excellent job on the mound in the pitch. It's chopped. Coming in. Edwards picks up, throws it to first, and makes the play. And what a snag by Alicia Selden over at first. So a quick 1-2-3 inning, heading to the bottom of the 3rd.
My name is Anjanae White. I'm a freshman center fielder, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Still scoreless, heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at the Solano College Sports Network. Here at Solano Softball between Sierra and your Solano Falcons. And Lana Benapayo coming to lead off for the Falcons. She led off with a walk in the top of the 1st inning, so she's 0 for 0 today. Team's been really afraid of her so far this year. First pitch low over ball 1. Lana, a very smart hitter at the plate, has good plate discipline. Doesn't really swing at much outside the strike zone. The 1-0 pitch. Curves in on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. Good pitch. Now, trying to throw those types of curveballs, how tight of a spiral do you really have to get on it?
I mean, the more spin, the better. I mean, if you ask me.
Oh, she flips this one down the left field line. That ball is going to be foul. So now the count will go to 1-2.
I mean, I just remember with last year's pitcher, Shannon Mestis, her curveball, I mean, what we really focused on was if she did the more spin and slowed it down, we got that curve. You know, that ball curved and people couldn't catch it.
Yeah, I know. I remember watching that. It was just like he was coming in, and just die off on the outside part of the play. That thing was wicked. The ball goes down low for a count. Goes 2-2. It's a good job by Benapayo there. Not to swing at a pitch that was meant for her to chase. Outside ball 3. So once again, Benapayo full count. And seems like once they get ahead of her, they're still just trying to pitch around her. They're not really trying to give her anything to hit.
I mean, I would be a little intimidated coming up against the player of the year.
Outside ball 4. So once again, Benapayo has a leadoff walk. Let's see if Solano can capitalize on this situation once again with Danny MG coming up to the plate now. She struck out in her last at bat. I know she would like to right the ship now with a base hit or a walk of her own. MG squares around a bunt. Let's see if it's going to be a slash. Nope. She pulls it back. Tries to drop it down. And what a good bunt that was. Benapayo a little short. Safe at first, safe at second. Great play all the way around. And now Danny MG has herself a single there. Infield single bunt. And now it's going to bring up Steph Cello with the runners in first and second, no outs. Now, that was a little bit of an interesting play there. MG had the bunt, pulled it back, put down the bunt. It really fooled Lexi Wagner. Wagner kind of on her heels, and it dropped down. And I think if Wagner would have picked up the ball and thrown it to second, Benapayo would have been out.
Oh, yeah, very true. I mean, I guess that's that point of that fake bunt. Fake bunt, fake bunt.
BFB.
Yeah,
there we go.
BFB.
Pichicello's low and in the dirt, and a good scoop from A.J. Tinoco. Anything scoots by her now is an extra bag, and you can't. I know you as a catcher, that's one of the things you hated, right?
Oh, yeah.
A 1-0 pitch. High and outside, ball 2. Kind of looks like Jordan Becker, after that drop down bunt, she's lost a little bit of composure there, coming back with a couple 2 wild pitches. And not used to what we're seeing the first couple innings of her really coming in and pounding the strike zone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's Solano's game. That's what they want.
Oh, this one's flip foul over the visiting dugouts. Now the count will go to 2-1. Now, when pitchers get in this sort of situation, you get a walk and then a little freak play that, the ball just didn't bounce your way, and your pitcher starts getting a little rattled. What would you really say to him, kind of calm him down?
I mean, I would just say trust your defense, Put the ball in the zone, let them hit it, trust your defense, It's a team game.
Cello trying to drop down the bunt. She pulls it back, so it's going to be ball 3. So a good use there. Now the count goes to 3-1. Dangerous situation here for the Wolverines with a couple of Falcons on board, no outs, and the 3-hitter up and a 3-1 count. Definitely a hitter's count here. She's looking for one pitch and one pitch only. 3-1 pitch. Right down the heart of the plate, strike 2, so now the count is full. Now with a full count here and nobody out, would you send the runners?
No. And no outs? No, don't send the runners.
Only with 2, right?
Only with 2 outs.
The payoff pitch. It's a cold strike. 3 got her looking, and that's the first out of the inning.
That was a tough pitch. That was right on the outside corner. Hard decision to make.
I think she was looking for something a little harder, and it came back a little something soft and a little breaking on it. Kind of buckled her knees a bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but you got to know. Got to be aggressive. Don't take that pitch.
So now at the plate is Nay White, the 4-hitter. She grounded out to the second baseman in her first at-bat. 0 for 1 today. She tries to drop down a late bunt, but pushes it foul, so now the count goes to 0-1. So the corner's playing in. I mean, most of the infield's playing really shallow now. Probably expecting a bunt after she just showed it.
I mean, yeah, if they're not expecting the bunt, they got to watch that runner at 3. They're Sierra 0-0 game. They want to get that lead runner.
Oh, this was lifted into left field. Claire Chaffet's under it. Oh, and it bounces off her glove. This could be trouble. They're waving Betapile home. It's going to be a close play. Betapile is in safely, and Solano strikes first. So good job by Nate White putting the ball in play, and that would be going down as an E7 RBI, though.
Getting that job done.
Any way possible, right?
Of course. I mean, that's as a hitter, that's all you want to do. You want to put the ball in play and let them make the mistakes.
Yeah, that was a difficult play for Chaffet because she didn't look like she had a good jump on the ball. She kind of was under it, and she had her glove extended, and when the wind just kind of knocked it down and kicked. And
oh, yeah, this wind here, I mean, that outfield, it's crazy. It's hard.
it seems like everything blows out towards like the right center field, so left-handed hitters have a little bit of advantage.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
So the mound meeting is done. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Solano has 1 in, runners on 1st and 2nd. It brings up Alicia Selden. Alicia had a pretty good hit into right field, gave it a ride, just got a little bit too much under it, but showing she has some power. If she made good contact on that ball, probably could hit that jet stream right over the fence.
Oh, yeah, I mean, wind blowing in, though, I mean, you want to get that ball low.
Oh, and there is a low hit right to the right fielder, and Bailey Norquist does a great job and good read and makes the grab for out number 2. So now it's going to bring up Ashley Dufresne, the catcher. Grounded out to the shortstop in her first at-bat with 2 outs here. And you know she'd love to get a base hit and try to get 1 more on the board for the Falcons.
Pressure's running. I mean, runners on 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, I know Ashley, she's a very good hitter. I mean, little base knocks here and there, and she does a good job at controlling she hits up the middle a lot, which I've been seeing, you know, from future game or past games. And that pitch is in there for call strike 1, and good take there. It was a good pitch on the outside corner, very tough pitch to hit.
Yeah, I'd say that was definitely a good take. I mean, you're looking for your first pitch, first strike. I mean, it's got to be a pitch you want.
Oh, and there it is. She lofts this one into right center field, right in no man's land. That ball gets down. MG's going to come in. She's going to be standing up. So an RBI single from Ashley Dufresne. Now the Solano Falcons lead 2-0. That's just textbook hitting right there.
Oh, that's perfect placement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was outside pitch. You saw the outside pitch on that first strike. And they tried to go back again, elevate it a little more. You really saw Ashley just drive her hands through and just kind of put it right in no man's land.
Oh, yeah, no one was getting to that one. It was a great hit. Plus, those players are probably playing her back knowing Ashley can hit the ball, you know, not expecting that short ball.
And that ball got down in a hurry, too.
Oh, yeah.
I think the wind definitely played it well. It kind of looked like it was going to stay up, but it just dropped down.
That's part of the game. Got to play the weather.
That is true. Luckily, in softball and baseball, you can't play in the rain, but you can play in the weather. You can play in the warmth, but no rain. So just got to deal about the wind. And then, man, the one thing that I hate about most is wind. I can't stand the wind.
Wind is awful. I'm telling you. It really affects the game.
So Brittany Jacobson stepping into the plate and the home run leader for Solano with runners at 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. First pitch to her. In there, strike call, so the count goes 0-1. Watching Coach Pearson Bloom down there in third base, she got a big smile on her face, just saying, hey, go ahead and grip it and rip it down there. Ooh, good curveball back in the inside corner. Count goes to 0-2. So back-to-back inside pitches. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jordan Becker try to go back inside once again.
I mean, as a pitcher, you got to be thinking that she froze on the 2 inside pitches. Why not?
Trying to get her to go outside. Ashley trying to go down to second base. And they're going to get her to pick, trying to back pick at 3rd, and she gets back safely. So nobody out. And Ashley Dufresne does a good job. That's the bait and switch, as I like to call it. She was trying to get in a pickle, trying to get the run home, but everybody's safe. Set it up, do it again. The pitch was a ball on the outside, not on the outside corner, so it was a ball. It was not a strike. Brittany Johnson walked in her last at-bat and had a stolen base, so 1-2 pitch, high and outside, so they're throwing down. Try to throw away, run will score, and Ashley Dufresne is in a pickle, and they're going to tag Ashley, but the run does count. So that is out number 3, so Solano strikes for 3, and we're heading to the top of the 4th. Top of the 4th inning, and Solano's up 3-0, and they had a big inning that last inning. And, you know, Denali Smith, a.k.a. Alaska's having a good job on the mound. Now with some run production up on the board, how is that going to affect her on the mound?
I mean, that just gives her a lot of comfort. I mean, 3-0 game, pitcher wants that.
Got a little room to work, make those extra pitches. First pitch is fouled back. Count goes to 0-1 to Grace Carr, who flied out to the left fielder in her first at-bat. It just seems Alaska's just been going at him all game long. She's not afraid to throw her pitches, and when you got a pitcher that's out there not afraid to throw their pitches, kind of puts the other team back on their heels.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, slap hit. Oh, almost hits a coach in the dugout. Count goes to 0-2. He flinched. You can't flinch down there.
Oh, yeah. I think he actually hid behind former Solano Falcon second baseman Stephanie Chinarucks in the dugout. I think I saw that little duck behind her.
Well, we know Wefa has great hands, so maybe he was expecting her to catch it.
Oh, yeah.
And Alaska just dropped the ball, literally. And that, folks, will be on the SCSN Not Top 10 Plays at the end of the year.
And if you guys ever wanted anything to describe her, that's exactly what it is.
And she comes up, popped up, going out, let it go foul. Oh, and it's a fair ball as it bounces up. It hits Jasmine Hornsby Edwards right in the chest. So Grace Carr has herself a single.
Man, you gotta make a decision on that play. Either let the ball drop, let it go foul. I mean, or you gotta get dirty, lay out.
And one thing I didn't hear in communication.
No.
Nobody was calling, I got it, and I think that's what really.
Yeah, I mean that's the softball. Communication is key. I mean that's what I tell my team. Communication is key. You gotta talk.
Yeah, and as a catcher, you know you're the captain out on the field, and you have to really reiterate that back to him. Correct?
Oh yeah.
So now it's going to be 3 hitters. Siani Scott. Scott had a single in her first at-bat. She actually beat out a tough ball that was hit in the 5.5 hole. Runner on the move, throwing down a second. Betapile scoops it and just can't hang on to it. So Grace Carr has herself a stolen bag, but the pitch was a strike. So the count will be 0-1.
That's a tough play for Elena Betapile. Scoop that ball. I mean, ball in the dirt, it's hard to get.
And pitch, oh, ripped right back up the middle. It gets down. Ball coming in quickly. Could be a play at the plate. Back pick, great job by the relay. 1 run comes home, but they get Scott at second base. Great heads-up play right there by Alicia Selden to cut the ball off and just go for the second, knowing they're up 3-1.
Definitely good play, Alicia. Need at least an out of that play, if nothing.
Yeah, you know, I don't really know if they would have got the out at home, but that was the right play there.
Yeah, seemed like Coach Bloom wanted that ball to go home, but I mean, I say better get the out.
Mm-hmm. Stop the rally while it's working.
Up 3-1, you know, let Solano hitters do some more job.
So Lexi Wagner up at the plate now. 1-0 count to her. 1-0 pitch. And this one's hit. Betapile scoops it. Throws it over to first and for out number 2.
Man, she's got a rocket.
Yes, she does. I mean, she's just so smooth, too. The hands coming up silky smooth, all in one fluid motion. And that's something you love to see from your shortstop.
To this day, you still wouldn't expect how small she is, how hard she throws the ball, how hard she hits the ball.
Yeah, I know. We came out here to cover the Super Regionals last year. I had a chance to interview her, and I was looking at the stat line and how many home runs she hit, stolen bases, and everything. I was expecting, pretty good sized girl that can actually have some power. And then all of a sudden, I just looked down, and it's Elena. I'm like, oh wow, and I didn't believe it until I saw her play, and then I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, and that one pegs her. So Taylor Martinez has herself a walk.
That's another good thing. I mean, other teams look at a player like that, and they tend to underestimate. They really don't. They really don't see a player until she gets on that field and she makes that first play, and they're like, "Oh man, whoa, wow."
Yeah, just blow 3 fastballs by her. Try to do that, and the next thing you know, she hits it out. So Courtney Kelly up at the plate, runner on first, 2 outs. Sierra already has 1 in, and this one's fouled back behind the plate, so the count goes to 0-1. Now, I've been hearing Coach Bloom yell out 3 different numbers, like a 5, 6, 4. Is that a defensive alignment for positioning with the pitches and things like that, or?
I haven't heard her say that, and I'm not entirely sure.
And now you guys didn't use that last year, obviously.
No, must be something new.
Oh, steps into the box and just rips it, and this one's hit in the center field. Could be trouble, but Nay White makes the catch for out number 3. Sierra Wolverines get 1 back, and we're heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Hi, my name is Brittany Jacobson. I'm a sophomore. I'm a utility player, and thank you for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Bottom of the 4th inning, and thanks for tuning into the Solano College Sports Network, your home for Solano sports, where Solano's leading 3-1, where Sierra got 1 back at the top of the 4th, but Brittany Jacobson's going to lead off the inning here for the Falcon, followed by Kristen Bayarda and Jasmine Hornsby Edwards. So Brittany Jacobson was in the plate, up at the plate when the last out occurred, so she has a second shot to see Jordan Becker here. Technically kind of like a third at-bat for her. Drops down a bunt. This might be a good one. Becker scoops it up, throws it over to first, and for out number 1. And you have to attack the pitcher in that way. Let her field her position, and she does an excellent job there.
Oh, definitely.
How much time do you guys spend on PFP pitchers fielding practice?
I mean, you should do fielding practice every single day.
Oh, a little check swing and just knocks this one foul and almost hits Hornsby Edwards in the leg, but she avoids it. So it's an 0-1 count to Kristen Bayarda. And Kristen has a little bit of a weird approach coming out to the plate. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Ichiro Suzuki, as it kind of just holds the bat out there until the pitcher's ready to pitch.
Yeah, I mean, we call that a power slap here, So, I mean, it really helps see the ball come in,
Ooh, that pitch is in there for a strike, so the count goes to 1-2. It's like a lot of different movement before the pitch, which is, for me, as baseball player and baseball fanatic over here, it's a little different seeing baseball, getting that set position, where here it's more of a fluent kind of how you feel it out.
Yeah, I mean,
Outside ball 2.
I mean, me up at the plate, I can't sit still, I can't. I gotta keep moving, like I gotta feel it,
Now, would you like to have your walk-up song being played the whole time, get a little groove going?
Oh, that'd be nice. I have a nice little chill walk-up song too.
Yeah, what was your walk-up song?
Oh, Coldest Zone, J-Bug.
That's
reggae.
right. Yeah.
Little reggae.
Remember you had me back here swaying last year in the tournament.
Gets me in that mood.
I think the best one was Jade Backtads. Back that up.
Oh yeah.
I was having a blast that one. Backtad that up. It was hilarious. Right down the heart of plate, strike 3. Cole Cotter looking. So that's her second strikeout of the day and the second out of this inning. And now it's going to bring up Jasmine Hornsby Edwards, who also struck out in her first at-bat.
Went down swinging, though.
Yeah, it's you never like to see, watching that third strike. Sometimes you get fooled, but sometimes it's just, I should have swung. Swing and a miss, strike one. So let's see if Jasmine can get on here and try to spark a 2-out rally for the Falcons. The motto is win every inning. They would like to get that one back and increase this lead back to 3.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good hack. Just fouls it off, so now the count goes 0-2.
She's definitely being aggressive, definitely hungry. Wants to make it up for her last at-bat.
That's always good to see. You don't like somebody, having in their head, like, oh, the fear of striking out again. You just got to get back in there, have amnesia, and just go right at it and do your game.
And that's a softball player's favorite quote. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game.
Yep. Now, do you know who originally said that quote?
I don't even know.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. That was my guess. That was my guess.
That's actually on my laptop. It's the background, a picture
Really?
of him saying that. Yeah, so it's funny that you said that. Kind of ironic. Oh, good pitch. Just missed inside, so the count goes to 2-2. And it looked like Becker kind of wanted that pitch there. She had like 2 steps towards the dugout. So now the 2-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt, so good job by Hornsby Edwards to battle all the way back and make the count full. So now the payoff pitch is hacked right to the shortstop. Trozona picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, and we're heading to the top of the 5th.
Kristen Payne, sophomore, right field. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Top of the 5th inning, the 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for the Wolverines. We have a defensive substitution for Solano out in right field as Christian Montgomery comes in with Denali Alaska Smith out on the mound, still cruising along, always giving up 1 run so far in this game. AJ Tinoco 0 for 1 today. First pitch to her is in the dirt for ball 1. And it's been a pretty quick game so far today. I believe the first pitch was around 2:03, and we're only an hour into the game and more than halfway through, so it's been definitely a pitcher's duel on this one's chop. Picks it up, throws it over to first. Great play by Jasmine Hornsby Edwards to start this inning.
Quick games are good games.
I know, especially for you being a catcher, you don't like to squat too much, huh?
And that's actually a style of play too. Quick pitching. That's my style.
It also makes the hitters, they really have to step in and be focused more. If you give them a lot more time, they have more time to think about it. This one's fouled off. Ball.
To readjust.
Yeah, if you can get your pitcher up there quick, that just helps you out. It's like, okay, fastball, they drop a curve, right?
Exactly. And quick pitching, you love quick pitching. It just doesn't give the batter a lot of time to be ready.
So the 0-1 pitch, just a bit low, ball 1. This was chop foul. Ooh, I got it. I almost had that one there. And no, Professor Poff, I did not flinch.
I saw a little flinch. I saw a little flinch. I'm not gonna lie.
Now I know you're not going to flinch over. You're probably used to just like, oh, yep, it's coming.
I'm trying to catch it.
Maybe you should sit in front of me then.
Right?
I'll be the umpire. Just protect me. So the 1-2 pitch now underway. Outside, ball 2. Now, I know Shannon Messes last year, who was the BBC Pitcher of the Year. How big of a loss is that for Solano this year? Or do you think they have the girls that come in that can really fill their shoes? Swing and a miss, strike 3 in the dirt. Throws it down to first, completes the strikeout for out number 2.
Losing Shannon, that's a great loss. Shannon's a great pitcher, But, gaining Alaska, and Denali Smith, and Alicia Selden, they bring a different dynamic into the game. It's 2 different styles of pitching, They're not going to have that like hard, fast pitch like Shannon does, but, It's just a different style.
Now with the loss of one, they gained two really good pitchers, really help add in their depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Alaska is doing a great job, and Alicia is a great pitcher, you know. So great additions to the team, and brings something to Solano that Sierra hasn't seen before.
That's always a good thing, you know. You guys were on the cuffs of making it last year, where this Wolverine team knocked you guys out. You know, a lot of bad blood. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Yeah.
And now, do you feel they have another chance to make a run at it?
Sierra or Solano?
Solano.
Solano, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and this game shows it right here. You know, 3-1 game, beating.
Chop. Over to Brittany Jacobson. Jacobson just lobs an underhand for out number 3. So another 1-2-3 inning, heading to the bottom of the 5th. So bottom of the 5th inning now, still 3-1. Solano in the lead, and we have the. I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, I have scoreboard wrong here. Yeah, Atlanta Benapayo, Danny MG, and Steph Cello coming up to the plate. It's been a long day. Get off. First pitch, Benapayo. In there, strike call, so the count goes 0-1. Elena is 0 for 0 today with a couple of walks. Both at-bats went to a full count. Swing chops this one, so now the count is 0-2, so expect her to shorten up her swing a tad. Now, how good of a two-strike hitter is Elena?
Great two-strike hitter. I mean, you know, Elena's a great hitter. You know, she got that discipline, knows when to swing the bat, when not to swing the bat, you know. Plus, she's going to put the bat on the ball.
Outside, held her a swing there, and so the count goes 1-2.
Great example of what I just said. That was a great outside pitch, and she had the discipline to stay back.
And she does a good job by keeping her hands behind at all times. Doesn't really get out in front of herself. So the 1-2 pitch. Chops this one right to Lexi Wagner. Wagner throws it over to first for out number 1. That's the first time Atlanta Benapayo has been retired today. So now it's going to bring up Danny MG, who's 1 for 2 today with a single and a scored run. And she had that nice little bunt, fake bunt that we were talking about earlier to get on base in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Now, it seems like Becker's really been using the outside of the plate to lefties, inside the plate to righties. She really likes the left side. From a catcher standpoint, left side of the plate. Really attacks that side.
I mean, when you're facing lefties, I mean, I always go outside, outside, outside. You know, screwball. You know, that's what you throw.
Now, how do you could throw a screwball with a softball? Oh, drops down another bunt. Becker scoops it up. Nobody at first base, and she is safe at first. So good job by Danny MG to get another infield single. She's showing her wheels off today.
That's the speed that Solano has.
Man, I'm going to have to start calling her wheels if she keeps this up.
Right? We'll call her NASCAR.
NASCAR? All right, I like that. You know, Daytona 500 happened this past weekend. Unfortunately, I did not get to see it, but I got all the highlights. Joey Lagondo got the green, got the checkered flag. The 24-year-old out of Maine, so that's pretty cool for him. So now Steph Sell at the plate. First pitch in there, strike called. She is 1 for 2 today with a single and a strikeout. And we know Steph Cello can swing the bat. So I expect her to put something to play. And there's a big gap in left center field. We're just waiting for her to hit it that way. Looks like they're trying to work her way. Ball's in the dirt. Good block by A.J. Tinoco. Especially with the speed on the bases over there. That could have been an extra bag.
Oh, yeah, should have been. And that's something, you know, base runners got to pick up on.
Swing and a miss. Runner on the move. She gets in, slides head first. She is safe. Gets up quickly. The ball does not scoot away enough, but that is a stolen base for Danny Emge. So once again, NASCAR over at second base now. I think we're going to have to cue up a audio sound so every time she steals it back, kind of like a vroom or something.
It'd be a really great addition to this broadcast.
So 1-2 count now to Steph Cello. Pitch on the way. She chops this one, puts it in the right field. This could be trouble. That ball gets down, scoots away. This could be a run. They're sending her home. Steph Cello into second with a double. The run comes home. So Danny Emge scores, and Steph Cello has herself an RBI double. Great at-bat right there by Steph Cello.
Great hit. I mean, capitalized on Sierra's mistakes. I mean, that's what I said at the beginning of this ball game. Winner of this game is going to be the team that makes the less mistakes, you know? And that's Solano's winning the game right now, 4-1.
Yeah, we're going to have a mound visit from Sierra. Yeah, and that ball out there, that was a hard ball for Bailey Norquist. She was coming in, the ball was diving quickly, and it really kind of kicked up and just kicked away from her, you know, and it looked like, and Courtney Kelly actually had the second baseman had to go out and get it.
Oh, yeah.
And like you're saying, the mistakes, you know, somebody would have covered the bag when it was hit right back to Becker, and then MG would have never been on, but she showed off her wheels and beat them all to the bag.
Very true. I mean, great at bat for Steph, you know? Pressure's on, pressure's on. Great hit. As like Coach always says, you know, you're up the bat, you feel the pressure, put the pressure on the next kid, you know?
So now Nay White's going to come to the plate, and Nay's 0 for 1 today. Reached on an error and eventually came around to score in that 3-run third inning. With one already in this inning and another one on the pond out in second base, this could be a good job for Solano to capitalize and put a little more runs on the board to extend their lead. 1 out. First pitch to Nay. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Man, that was that power cut right there.
Yeah, I think her eyes got big and
Oh,
wide.
yeah, she was going for that.
And this one's fouled straight back, so the count goes to 0-2. Good hack on that one, though, just a bit under it. So let's see here if Nay can battle back, get a base hit, or try to work the count a little more in her favor. The pitch, outside, ball one. Good take there. Almost seems like every time Jordan Becker has somebody 0-2, she always goes away, really far away. And Solano's doing an excellent job with their plate discipline, not falling for that pitch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to expect it. 0-2, you never throw it over the plate.
Oh, this one's lifted in the right center field, and it beats the center fielder. One run's going to come in. Nay White's looking. She's going to go to third, and she's going to be standing up, so an RBI triple from Nay White. And Solano is starting to break this game open now. 2 runs in so far. And Grace Carr just kind of had a bad read on that ball. She kind of took a couple steps in and just carried.
Almost looked like she was playing in, too, you know?
I like to say, as an outfielder, your first step's always back unless you read it short. And she kind of took a first step in, and the thing just held up.
Oh, yeah.
So Alicia Selden up at the plate now is 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts to right field, so we know she likes to hit the ball. And now the wind's picking up towards the right field. Could work in her favor. The first pitch to her is a ball, so the count goes to 1-0. 5-1 the lead now for Solano. Yeah, with 1 out, you got to get something to play or a fly ball towards the outfield and get that extra run home. Oh, right back up the middle. And Alicia Selden has herself an RBI single. Great execution.
Looks like Solano's starting to rally here.
Yeah, we know all about Solano rallies. Once Solano gets hot, it's uh-oh. Got to find some way to stop the bleeding because they'll just keep coming at you like it's like a shark smelling blood in the water.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hitting is contagious. I believe that full-heartedly. Hitting is contagious.
So Ashley Dufresne up at the plate. First pitch to her is low for ball 1. Ashley had an RBI single in her last at bat, and actually helped get another run home by getting in the pickle. Good pitch in there, strike called, so the count goes to 1-1. That hit perfectly on the outside corner. A little bit of heat behind it. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. So the count goes 0-2, and A.J. Tinoco caught that one off the backstop. Unfortunately, it hits the backstop instead.
I wish that wasn't true.
Yeah, you probably caught all of them off there,
A
huh?
lot more outs would be produced.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. And once again, she went way outside, and Ashley Dufresne got a little excited for that one, but good at bat. Now it's going to bring up Brittany Jacobson, who's 0 for 1 today. Has a walk and a stolen base. So the run on first 2 outs here. Let's see if Brittany can keep this rally alive and just try to get on base or get the run home. First pitch in there, strike call right at the knees. So the 0-1 pitch. Oh, this one's lifted down the left field line. It's going to go foul, but she gave it a ride. Just way out in front of that pitch. And we know 3 home runs on the year. Maybe looking for number 4 right here. Up 6-1 for Solano. This is the time to try to take a hack at it.
You know, she's got 2 strikes on her right now. You know, you're not really looking for that home run hit with 2 strikes on you. Just got to look to put the ball in play.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner, so that is out number 3, but Solano gets 3. We're heading to the top of the 6th.
Jasmine Hornsby Edwards, sophomore, third base. Thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning and top of the lineup for the Sierra Wolverines, and we're getting down to the later stages of this game where Solano's up big 6-1, and Denali Smith, a.k.a. Alaska, is pitching, still on the mound, doing an excellent job out here. Casey Trezona is 0 for 2 today. First pitch in there, a hair low, so the count goes to 1-0. So Alaska doing a good job on now keeping her composure. She looks like she's having a lot of fun out there right now.
Oh, how can you not? Game 6-1, you know, against Sierra, number 1 in the state.
Wow.
You know?
And she's doing a good job attacking the strikes, and now she has a 2-0 count. Let's see what she come back with here. Maybe a fastball. And there it was, and it comes up and hits the head of Trezona. So the count goes 2-1. A lot of chatter coming from Sierra's dugout. They feel that they're still in this game. You know, it's still only a 5-run game. Anything can happen.
You know, losing a game, you never give up.
And there's a little chop right to Atlanta Benapile. Skips it up, throws it over to first for out number 1. Silky smooth Benapile. Just love her hand. I mean, watching her to scoop it up, I mean, it's just one fluid motion. I mean, that's textbook for any young girls out there that plays the game of softball. Take notes from this young lady right here.
So smooth.
So Grace Carr coming to the plate. She reached on a single in her last at-bat. Also had a stolen base. First pitch to Carr. She fouls this one out over the third base dugout for strike number 1. Almost hits our cameraman Anthony up there, but he was ready for it. Yeah, we've got a great camera crew here with Mike McLeod, Jake Wade, Anthony up on top. Great broadcast crew behind us. Another one, Benapayo scoops it up on the run, throws it over to first, and she got her. And that was a tricky hop for Elena right there.
Oh, yeah, she stayed in that, though, you know.
Just watching her eyes, and her eyes never leave the ball. Watches it all the way into the glove. And so many times with those little tough plays, you see shortstops, third basemen, they try to make it on the run. They just pull their head up a little bit, and it bounces off their glove. But
or they wait back on it, you know. Can't do that. Got to attack the ball full force, you know, and that's what she did.
And an excellent job by keeping the run, too, because, you know, if she tries to plant and throw, maybe that beats her. But if you get one fluid motion running like she did, and that's why she got her.
And that's Elena Benapayo's game. You were talking about the camera crew. Wasn't it last year where
strike called? Yeah, we had a during one of the games, there was a home run hit towards center field, and we had I forgot his name. He was just here helping us out. TJ. Yeah, TJ was out there. The ball was coming. He saw it coming. He jumped off and ran for the hill, swing and a missed strike, too. And I know we were in the broadcast booth. We were making fun of him. Like, hey, we don't care about you. Just make sure our camera's okay.
like, did you get the shot, though? Did you get the shot?
And the worst part about it, he ran off. He was hiding. He didn't even go get the ball. Like, if I was out there, hey, souvenir. So now a 1-2 count to Sione Scott. And the pitch. Hit, right off Alaska. Benapayo skips it up, throws it to first, and she got her. What a play by Elena Benapayo, showing off the glove, and we're heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Denali Smith, freshman pitcher. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning here on the Solano College Sports Network. You're home for Solano Sports, and we have the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. And Christian Montgomery getting her first at-bat of the game with Jordan Becker still out on the mound for Sierra, and then Solano leading 6-1, 5-run lead. And the first pitch to Montgomery is outside for ball 1. Now, I hear a lot of communication a lot of times. They're yelling slap, so they're communicating to where she's going to slap the ball to the opposite field, try to get the extra step.
No, because she is on the left side.
Pop straight up and caught by AJ Janoko.
Yeah, because she's on the left side. I mean, you can stand there, hit the ball, and you're hitting for power. I mean, or if you're moving your feet, you're slapping the ball. So, you know, generally it's going to be on the ground, and you got a quick runner, you know? So you got to be ready for that.
Great analysis there. Yeah. Doing a great job for your first time on the broadcast. This one's popped up straight back. Strike 1 to Jasmine Horsby Edwards, who's 0 for 2 today. Now that last little pop-up from Christian Montgomery, that's a little easy one for you there back there, huh?
Yeah, you know, that's straight to you. All you got to do is stand up, catch the ball, put your glove up.
Oh, and this one's hit right over the head of Becker. Could be trouble. Over to first, and they just get her. Good play by Courtney Kelly. So now it's going to bring up the top of the lineup and Elena Benapayo, who's 0 for 1 today with a couple of walks and a run scored. I know we can't say it enough. Elena, one of the best hitters on the team. From NorCal Player of the Year last year, best player overall last year.
Yeah.
That pitch is high for ball 1.
You know, maybe if they would have gave her a couple chances in her first 2 at-bats, you know, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah, I think Sierra's game plan was not to let Elena Benapayo beat you.
Yeah, I mean, you're going up against a great hitter, you know. You throw around. If she walks, you know.
This was shot right back at Becker. She didn't even flinch. Throws it over to first. It makes it look easy for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, heading to the top of the 7th.
Jade Baghdad, sophomore infielder. Thanks for watching Solano College Sports Network.
So Sierra's down to their last 3 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, with Solano leading 6-1 with their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for the Wolverines. Lexi Wagner leading off the top of the 7th. And Denali Smith has been in control all game long. First pitch outside, ball 1. And Denali has the same composure as she had since the very first pitch. She has a smile on her face. She's having fun.
Yeah, I mean, 6-1 game. That's all she can have, you know?
And that ball's in the dirt. Count goes 2-0.
And Denali's really focused right now. You know, all she wants is 3 up, 3 down, game over. Solano win.
Yeah, I know she wants to get that complete game in the scorebook.
Oh, yeah.
Add that to her tally. Just a bit low, so the count goes to 3-0. So now it's, you know, Denali really has to buckle down here, fire one over the hard of the plate. You do not want to give up a leadoff walk in the situation where you can just get 3 quick outs and get out of this game, especially against the number 1 ranked Sierra Wolverines.
Exactly. Don't want to give them
And
any opportunity.
Yeah, and right down the middle, right there, 3-1. You don't want to give free bases away. You know, if they hit and get a base hit, you just got to tip your cap. But Lexi Wagner has some power in her bat. And she hits this one right in the 3.5 hole and has herself a leadoff single for the Wolverines. So they have something working here at the top of the 7th. I think that's the first time that Alaska actually fell behind a hitter 3-0 all game long, so that's a pretty good stat. Wait till the top of the 7th to do it, hey. Pretty impressive. Taylor Martinez now coming to the plate. She is 0 for 1 today. She was hit by the pitch in her last at-bat. And right now, you're not worrying about the runner. You're worrying about just getting 3 outs with a 5-run lead. Oh, comes inside, and that is a ball, and almost hits her again. And I think Taylor Martinez said, hey, you already hit me once. I don't want to get hit again.
Right?
Nobody likes getting hit. It always stings, leaves a bruise.
Oh, but it's a way to get on base.
Yeah, that is true. Any way you
know?
get on base for your team. Just a bit low, 2-0. So now a 2-0 count. You can't risk running another 3-0 count here. She really has to buckle down and find the strike zone. Right down the hard of plate, strike 1 call. Good pitch from Alaska.
You know, as a catcher, or my own style, I'm always looking at that runner because any out is an out, you know? And I love getting runners out.
That ball's in there, scoots away. So that's going to be an extra base. You got to hold it there. So now it's going to be 3-1. Yeah, I remember watching you actually backpicked a couple players in that tournament. I was pretty stoked back here in the booth. I thought, great play. Showing off the cannon.
Yeah, I love doing that.
3-1 pitch. Right down the hard to plate again. So now the count is full. The runner on second base. Nobody out. Here comes the payoff pitch. And this one's chopped right in the 3.5 hole again. Scooped up, throws home. They hold the runner at third. So good, strong throw from Montgomery out and right. Saves a run. So now runners on the corners and nobody out. And it's going to bring up Courtney Kelly, the second baseman, who has a hitless today. She's 0 for 2.
Runners on first and third.
Now, in this situation, you know, they're most likely going to try to send that runner on first, maybe. Trying to, do you throw down a second, or do you try to hold it to make sure the run doesn't come home?
I mean, as a catcher, you never hold the ball. You got to do something. You can't eat the ball, you know, whether it's try to do a trick play, throw to third. But, I mean, 6-1, I get the runner out.
First pitch a bit low, so the count goes to 1-0, and that's 3 straight batters that Alaska's fallen behind on. Not something we've seen from her at all this game, and maybe trying to be too fine with her pitches.
You know, 7th inning, pitchers get tired.
That pitch is inside, ball 2. Yeah, fatigue definitely starts setting in. It's been a pretty quick game. She hasn't thrown that many pitches.
Yeah. And typically you see the runner running from first and third, you know. Sierra can't really afford to lose that runner, you know.
Yeah, you can't run yourself out of the game.
Exactly.
There's a strike called right down the hard to plate. Count goes 2-1. Now let's see if she can really buckle down here and find that groove. She's been in most of the game, and maybe get a strikeout here. Ground ball double play would be a huge help for the Falcons right now. A hit. Oh, just out the outstretched glove of Jacobson. Throws to second base. Run comes in. So that's an RBI single for Courtney Kelly, and the Wolverines are really utilizing that right side of the infield, that 3.5 hole to be exact. So the coaches are coming out now. Time is called. And should we see a pitching change?
You know, I don't think they'd want to change the pitcher. You know, Alaska's been doing a great job. You know, let her finish the game. You know, they're calling timeout, changing the momentum of the game. You know, Sierra's got it right now. You know, they're hitting. So, timeout, slow the game down. You know.
Kind of put a little bit of water on the flame, trying to.
Oh yeah.
Cool them down a bit.
Definitely. You know, and as a catcher, you got to utilize your timeouts. You know, you can call timeout whenever you want. See the game getting a little too quick, you know, timeout, you know. Go talk to her.
Yeah, now it's a 4-1 lead. Runners at first and second, nobody out. You really need to get one out, especially right here with the 7-hitter up and A.J. Tinoco. She's 0 for 2 today with a couple of ground outs to the shortstop and second baseman. But Sierra's showing a lot of fight here. They're trying to make things interesting here in the top of the 7th inning.
You know, you got to expect that. Number 1 team in the state, you can't expect them to lay down.
And the pitch. It's high for ball 1. It looks like Sierra's dugout is taking a page out of the Florida State playbook with a little, like, Indian chant. Ooh, and that pitch just misses, so the count goes 2-0. And that's really been the theme of this inning so far, just falling behind hitters, giving them opportunities to see a pitch that they like to hit. And so far, Sierra has really been taking advantage with 3 straight hits right in the 3.5 hole. That pitch is high for ball 3. So Alaska really needs to get a strike right here. Cannot afford to load the bases. And that is ball 4. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. And things are starting to get a little sticky for the Falcons.
Does make it a little easier to get the out, though.
It looks like Lacey Burrs is going to be a pinch hitter for Claire Sharif. Chaffet, I'm sorry. Yeah, with bases loaded, a lot of opportunities here. Third baseman just steps on the bag, go to first, up the middle, roll, double play. First baseman maybe go home first. We don't worry about that, just try to turn 2 here. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
I mean, no outs. I would go 4-1, 4-3.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is a new hitter up. You know, she hasn't seen Alaska before. So,
yeah, it's always hard as a hitter coming off the bench. You haven't been in the game. You know, you stepped up in a big situation right here. You really have to come in and you have to perform right away. Instead of starting the game, you know, you got a couple at-bats to work with. But here, you got one opportunity to really help your team out, and it's a huge at-bat. A lot of pressure on Lacey Burr right now.
yeah, I mean, you got to be clutch. It separates a good player from a great player.
Good curveball, strike 2. That thing just fell, and she pulled the string on that one. So the count now 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch from Denali. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is a huge strikeout for Denali Smith right there.
It's exactly what she needed.
And it looks like another pinch hitter. I don't know if they established this earlier in the game. Maybe they did. It's Mackenzie Mueller. This is Mackenzie Mueller's first at-bat as well. First pitch. High and outside, ball 1. Had a lot of zip on that ball. Looks like she's reaching back for a little more.
Pulling the fight out.
This is the time of the game you really got to dig deep. Fouled back. Good pitch. So now count goes to 1-1.
I mean, as a player, I mean, this is everything you work for in practice, that 7th inning, you know.
Of all the innings, this is the one you really want.
Exactly. This is, you know, do or die.
Yep.
Make or break.
Strike 2 called. Good pitch from Alaska right there. Really reared back and fired on that one. So now 1-2 count now. 1 out, bases loaded, top of the 7th inning. Oh, this one shot foul, and what a good block by the Sierra's first base coach with his foot, showing off his soccer skills. Man, I think that would hurt. A little cold over there.
Probably does, but show no fear.
Can't rub it. It's another 1-2 count. And the pitch. Chopped right out in front of the plate. Flips it up. And a little miscommunication there. Run will score. So that's a fielder's choice. So now it's going to bring up the top of the order, and it just seemed like Denali fielded it, was really unsure what to do with it, kind of try to hand it off, try to flip it, just very unsure.
Got to make a decision, you know. Get the ball. You have to know where the play is before the ball is put into play. You know, you got to know what you're going to do with the ball. You know, all she had to do was release it.
So once again, bases are loaded. 6-3 ball game. And Casey Trezona at the plate. First pitch is ripped right outside a stretch glove. Elena Benapayo, 1 run will score, and they'll hold her up at third. So now it's 6-4. And now it's going to bring up Grace Carr, who's 1 for 3 today with a scored run and a single.
Now you're going to see that pitching change.
It looks like Alicia Selden's going to come in and play and try to finish off this game and maybe try to get Alaska off the hook here. I think we're going to have a catching change as well. Well, while we got a little break in the action, let's do a little station identification. You're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network. You're home for Solano Sports. We're in Fairfield, California, at Solano Community College with a softball matchup between the Sierra Wolverines and the Solano Falcons. Solano came into this inning up 6-1, and the Sierra has not gone away. The score is now 6-4. Bases are still loaded. Sierra rattled off 3 straight hits to lead off this inning. All 3 came around. Bases loaded. And you can also check out SCSN on your local TV channel, Channel 28, Think TV as we like to call it. You can also go on youtube.com/Solano College, or go ahead and give us a like on our Facebook page, the Solano College Sports Network. That'd be greatly appreciated. And we have all of Solano sports up on the Facebook page and YouTube channel, and plenty of games. You can see some women's basketball, men's baseball as well. All four of these teams, including the Solano softball team, having great seasons so far. So it looks like Alicia Sheldon coming in to pitch. Ashley Dufresne going over to first base. And Caitlin Garcia coming in to catch.
Stephanie Cello right there.
Oh, thank you very much. You are a great broadcast partner, I will say that. Picking me up when I need it. Now, what should we expect from Alicia Sheldon?
I mean, Alicia, again, great pitcher, you know, great speed, great spin, you know, and she's coming into a tough little situation right now, but I expect her to pull out of it, you know.
Yeah, you know, you're only as good as your next best player, you know, next man up, and you really, when you get put out there to perform, you know, you have to come out there and really pick up the situation you've been put in and really excel.
Oh, yeah, and you got to love the pressure, you know. This game's all about pressure.
If you can't handle the pressure, stay out of the kitchen.
Exactly.
Or the heat. I don't know. It's been a long day.
We got it.
So Grace Carr up at the plate, and the first pitch to Carr is underway. Outside, ball 1. So you really like to see your relief pitcher come in and really start throwing strikes right out of the gate. 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2.
Alicia being on first base the whole game. Don't know how much warm-up she had, you know. But still, as a pitcher, you got to come clutch.
A tying run is on second base. Leading run over at first base. Outside ball 3. And you cannot afford to walk a run in and put that tying run over at third base. So she's going to really have to buckle down right now and get a strike over the plate. Strike 1 call, so the count goes to 3-1. And that's the pitch she needed right there. Nice little spinner on the outside corner. Right on the outside corner, great pitch. Now the count is full. Great job there by Selden to really settle down and throw 2 tough pitches on the outside corner.
You know, and perfect place for Alicia, you know. She's just got to put her around the zone. Batter can't afford not to swing.
And that is outside ball 4, so a run will come in. And now that makes it a 1-run ball game with the tying run on third, winning run on second. Solano still has a bottom of the half inning to go. And it's going to bring up the 3-hitter, Sione Scott. She is hitless. She has 1 hit today, 1 for 3. First pitch a bit high for ball 1. So like you were saying earlier, Bella, hitting is contagious. It seems like that so far. And it's been great at bats from the Sierra Wolverine team here in the top of the 7th. They're really buckling down. They want to come back in this game. Let's see if Selden can shut the door. Strike on the inside corner. Count goes to 1-1. And Scott tried to sell it by trying to turn it into it. Maybe drop a elbow and try to get that tying run in.
Exactly. I mean, when you're at that plate, anything, you know, you got to be willing to take that pitch.
1-1 pitch. This one's hit right, and 1 run will score. And they're going to wave her home. They hold her up at third base. And nobody over at first base, so 1 run comes in. And we are all tied up here in the top of the 7th inning. That's a huge hit from Scott right there.
Tied game got me on the edge of my seat over here, man.
So with 1 out, and it brings up Lexi Wagner, who led off this inning with a single, and she scored that elusive second run that Sierra has been needing. First pitch in there for a strike call. Great pitch from Selden right there. The 0-1 pitch. Chop foul. So now the count goes 0-2 very quickly, so Selden is in the driver's seat now over Lexi Wagner. This was chop foul right off of her foot, so dead ball. Awfully quiet over there, Bella. A little nervous?
My hands are rubbing together, yeah, you know? 6-6 game.
Oh, this one's ripped and just foul. Wow. That could have been critical for the Falcons if that went fair.
This is a great ball game over here. You know, it's nice to see in a team, you know, the fight to come back, you know?
So another 0-2 pitch, getting ready to be thrown underway. This one's popped up, and no, just couldn't get to it. And Hornsby Edwards tried to get to it, but just bounced out of play, so the count will stay at 0-2. So 0-2, a lot of pitches to work with here. You know, you can maybe try to get her to chase. You can try to get her to swing at something high or low, or maybe just go right at her.
You know, in this situation right now, she's being aggressive. You know, she's swinging that bat. I would throw away.
Oh, she rips this one deep down the left field line, but foul. And that was that aggressiveness. That ball was high out of the strike zone.
Exactly. Like I said, she's an aggressive hitter, you know.
Now here, you see she swung at the high fastball. Now would you take it up even a little bit higher?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something you could do.
Wagner is a 4-hitter for the Sierra Wolverine team, so you know she has some pop in her bat. Good pitch, outside, ball 1, but that was an excellent pitch. Try to get her to chase, but she lays off that one.
You know, 1-2 count, I would expect something away in the zone, though.
Oh, this one's, ooh! And I think it might have hit somebody in the dugout. I think
just missed.
Yeah, everybody's okay with it. A little bit of a scare.
Missed. I see Daniel, the athletic trainer over there. He's calm, cool. So
hopefully Rami's okay. Another 1-2 pitch, high and outside, ball 2. This is a great at bat, great pitching matchup. I mean, all the way around. This is crucial, and both having some fun. 2-2 count. The ball scoots away. The run will come home. They're trying to get it, and that run will score. So Sierra takes the lead, 7-6. That one just got away from Stephanie Cello.
And you know that's one of those mistakes we were talking about. You know, can't have them. Gotta stop that ball.
Oh, this one's popped foul, so another foul ball with a full count here, and Lexi Wagner having herself a great at-bat. I believe that's the 9th pitch pitched this at-bat. So another payoff pitch. Swift and ripped right over to Benapayo. 1 run will come in. 2 runs are coming in. And what an at bat from Lexi Wagner has herself an 2 RBI double. And Sierra is starting to break this game open now in their favor. That's 8 runs scored in this inning, and now they lead 9-6.
You know, all these hits or all these runs here scored besides that one pass ball. These are hits. They aren't errors. You know.
And you can see why they're the #1 team in California.
Oh yeah.
Strike on the outside corner called to Taylor Martinez. Still 1 out, and that 1 out came from Lacey Burr with a strikeout earlier in this inning. Just a bit outside, couldn't get that curveball to curve back into the zone. Now, you can't let this inning deflate you. You know, Solano's been hitting the ball well. They've been attacking all game long. You know, you really have to take this and, like, amnesia, go into the dugout in this next half inning and really try to rally back. Good curveball. Hit, backhanded. Oh, a bobble, throw to first. She's safe at first, and Brittany Jacobson couldn't make the play.
Yeah, I mean, back on that, you gotta the fight Sierra has, the fact that they're not laying down, you can't lay down either. You know, you gotta take it right back to them.
Yeah, and Solano's pretty much playing flawless softball throughout most of this game, and you know the string's starting to come unwound so far in this top half of the 7th. Fastball in there called strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Just a bit inside for ball 1. Not missing by much. Just has to bring in a little more. Umpire doing a great job so far in this game, really having a steady strike zone. That's what you always like to see.
Very consistent.
Strike call. So now the count goes to 1-2. A strikeout would be huge right now for Solano to get that second out that they've been trying to get for so long now. This one's fouled off and just staying alive. That's been kind of the motto so far this inning for Sierra.
I mean, this is a pitcher's count right here, you know? She's got to love it.
Mm-hmm. You got to go right at her here and try to get that strikeout.
Oh, yeah.
This one's popped way up in the air, up in the sun. Trouble, trouble, and it drops. Throw it home, could be a close play. But nope, she comes in to score. So Sierra gets another one, and that's a base hit for Courtney Kelly, I would say. That was a tough play.
Yeah, I mean, with the sun right in her eyes, plus the wind blowing, you know, tough ball.
Yeah,
it
looked like that ball really wanted to go foul.
I saw it going foul. I did not see how in that was.
Yeah, the sun, the wind, like we were talking about throughout this whole game, you know, still one out runner first and second, and it's 10-6 Sierra. Strike one call to A.J. Tinoco. You know, right now you cannot allow any more runs. Now you're down by 4. You got to keep it at that magic 4 number because you can have bases loaded and you'll get that grand slam and tie the game. You can't let this game get out of hand. You got to give yourself a shot to go back into the bottom of the 7th and try to rally and come back. Swing and a miss, scoots away, so the runners advance. That's another thing. You have to block the ball. I know that's a pet peeve of yours. Got to stop it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you really can't afford any mistakes right now, you know? A pass ball, you know, a bobbled ball. Can't have them, you know? Motto of the game.
Yeah.
Motto of the game, you know? Team makes the least mistakes, wins the ball game. You know? Can't have them.
You know, when you do make mistakes, the ball will find you immediately.
Exactly.
That's why you got to forget about it and just make the next play that happens. Oh, this one's poked. Benapayo is under for out number 2.
Actually seems like this whole 7th inning they've been avoiding hitting the ball to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's her first ball of the inning.
So they're going to have a re-entry here, and now Claire Shaffett is going to come back in. So runners are second and third, 2 outs. Sierra up 10-6. What a change of events it has been in this top of the 7th inning. That ball's low and inside for ball 1. You know, it looked like Solano was on their way to an easy victory and a good moral victory to take out the team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year. And, you know, Sierra just coming back, doing what Sierra does. I mean, Sierra's known for this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, game's not over until the last pitch is thrown. You know, you got to know that. And softball moves quick.
You know, in softball, it's 21 outs. Yeah, 29. It doesn't matter if you use all 20. That 1 out, still got to get.
Exactly. A lot can happen. 2 outs, 2 out. That's what they call it, a 2-out rally.
Yep. Nothing's more exciting than a 2-out rally.
Oh, exactly.
One of the most notable 2001 World Series. Swing and a miss, strike 1 in the Diamondbacks-Yankee series when Luis Gonzalez, bases loaded, going against the greatest closer to ever play the game, hits a little bleeder right up the middle, and the Diamondbacks win that series.
Oh, man.
Still remember that game like it was yesterday. Always gives me goosebumps. But anything can happen. That's why you play the game.
Very true.
Oh, and that hitter.
Oh.
So now it's going to bring up Mackenzie Mueller. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be Bailey Norquist is probably going to do another re-entry. So you're allowed to re-enter once in the game? Is that how it works?
Yeah. I mean, you can start the game, have a sub for you, and then re-enter.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, first pitch. Oh, called strike on the outside corner. And it's really crucial right now for Sloan to keep this number at 4, as I keep reiterating, but it is. 5 stretching it. Foul, backs a quick 0-2 count to Bailey Norquist.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want any more runs. You know, more runs, hard as it gets.
And the 0-2 pitch. This one's lofted. Benapaia was under it, calling for it for out number 3. So Sierra gets 9 in the top of the 7th, and Solano has some work to do in the bottom of the 7th.
Hi, I'm Terry Pearson Bloom, head women's softball coach for Solano Community College. Thanks for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Lots of work here for Solano to do here in the bottom of the 7th inning, down by 4, once up by 5 in the top 7th. Sierra rattled off 9 runs in the top of the 7th, but we have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Solano. It starts right here with Danny Emge. First pitch outside, ball 1. And Solano has been hitting the ball today. I mean, it's not like they're out of this.
No, they're not. I mean, you know, this is it's not impossible to come back, you know? Only down by 4. Sierra just made 9 in 1 inning.
Drops down a bunt, right back to Becker. Could be trouble. Emge throws it over, and Emge's going to stay at first. So Solano showing signs of life there. Emge once again showing off the wheel. She's fast like a NASCAR, as you like to say.
Exactly. And that's exactly how you want to start the inning, you know? That's momentum right there, you know?
Not only just getting the base runner on, but the fact that it was an error.
Oh, yeah, you got to capitalize on that.
I mean, it was a base hit in my book, but it was still thrown. She was going to beat it out regardless in my eyes. She's too fast.
Yeah, I mean, but the fact that they made a mistake, Solano can feed on that.
Pokes this one down the right field line, and it goes foul. So Steph Cello.
Aggressive hitting. Hungry.
Very hungry. 2 for 3 today with a double and a single and a scored run. And an RBI. And I can just keep rattling off stats for her. Now, as it gets later into this day, it's starting to chill out a little bit. The wind's starting to pick up a little more. And this one's hit right to the shortstop. Over to second. They get 1. And they cannot turn a double play. So there's 1 out. Run on first now. Nay White coming up. Good turn by Casey Trezona to backhand it, but they couldn't quite turn it.
Man, that is not where you wanted to hit the ball.
It almost got by her.
Almost.
But Trezona also a good shortstop. We're seeing a couple great shortstops here today in Atlanta Benapaio and Casey Trezona. Nay White, who is 1 for 2 today with a triple and 2 scored runs. Swings at this one, and it gets down in the right field center gap, and it takes a weird kick. So Nay White has herself a stand-up double, and Solano is not going away easily. Great job right there by Nay White. Best thing about that double play, it takes away the double play situation. Got both runners in scoring position, and Alicia Selden coming up.
Power hitter.
Just who you want up in this situation. Selden has 2 home runs on the year. But right now, Solano's looking for hits or any way to get on. They need all as much base runners as they can with 4 runs to go. Lays off the first pitch strike. But that's a good take. No, she didn't swing. She was looking for 1 pitch, and that wasn't the pitch she was looking for, so excellent job there.
She watched that pitch all the way, and you could tell she really thought about it.
And that pitch is high for ball 1.
There's that discipline.
Yeah. I mean, that pitch is very hard to lay off something high in the zone. Your eyes get big and wide.
You got to be smart. 7th inning, got to be smart.
The 1-1 pitch. And she hits this one.
Yeah.
Right in the 5.5 hole. 1 run comes in, gives over to third, Nay White. So Alicia Sheldon comes up with a big single for the Falcons. And great heads-up base running right there by Nay White, realizing they kicked off the glove and she had enough time to get to third base safely. So now with 1 out, runners on first and third, it's going to bring up Ashley Dufresne. And Ashley's 1 for 3 today.
You got Ashley up, power hitter. Brittany Jacobson, power hitter, right behind her. 1 out, runners on. You know, this is a situation you want to be on.
Mm-hmm. Anything can happen. And you know Sierra's going to try to look for a double play right here.
Oh, yeah.
So you want to try to elevate something. If you can get it to the outfield, at least get that run home. Try to get a base hit. Give the next girl up a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like a little bit of an extended mound meeting here.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely something in this situation you have to do.
Same thing. They're trying to take away Solano's momentum right now.
Mm-hmm. Solano tried to do the same thing in the top of the 7th. Didn't work in their favor. Maybe the history will repeat itself right here.
Oh, very true. Very true. Maybe in Ashley's favor, you know, lets the nerves settle.
Mm-hmm. She's calm, cool, and collected. You know, I've actually got to talk to Ashley a couple different times. Very funny girl. I like her a lot. And you know what? In this situation, she's a gamer. I can tell she's a gamer. She has that look on her face. She has the eye of the tiger right here. Oh, swings at the first pitch, fouls it back, strike 1.
Oh, she's ready. She's ready.
She's on it. You know, this time you can't be overly aggressive, but you have to still be aggressive. You got to walk that tightrope.
Mm-hmm. I mean, any player, you know, you wait for this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the hero, you know?
That ball's in the dirt for ball 1. But a good block from A.J. Tinoco behind the plate. With Selden over at first base, she could have definitely taken second if that scoots away.
Mm-hmm. It's all about reading the ball, but you got to be smart on the base path, you know? You can't afford out. Outs is the enemy for Solano.
Oh, good take by Ashley Dufresne right there. Tough pitch to lay off. Count goes to 2-1. And there is a big hole in left center field as the center fielder is basically playing in right center. So anything hit that way could be extra bases. High and outside, ball 3.
You know, that's a good telltale of where the pitcher's throwing the ball, you know? Outside. Center fielder moving to the right. You expect that ball on the right side.
Yeah, maybe you realize that outside pitch is coming and maybe trying to swing a little bit earlier and try to pull it. Strike call. So now the count will go full. And Ashley Dufresne thought it was ball 4. The umpire saying, nope, you got to stay here. Wait for me to make that call. You know, maybe. Well, he was quick to call that strike, though. There was no doubt about it.
Yeah, you know. Ashley didn't think so, though.
Yeah. But she wants to hit. Payoff pitch. Rips this one into right field. Could be trouble, but then she makes the grab, and nobody will advance. A little too shallow to allow Nay White to score. But now it's going to bring up Brittany Jacobson, who's 0 for 2 today. Still looking for her first hit. Walked in her first at-bat. Grounded out to the pitcher, struck out on the following 2.
0 for 2, you know, redemption time.
Yeah, she's
you know,
really
perfect time to do it.
She's due. This was ripped into right center field. That ball's going back, and that baby's gone. 3-run home run for Brittany Jacobson, and the Falcons have tied this ball game up at 10. Wow.
Talk about clutch hitting. Talk about the hero.
And she wasn't waiting around for nothing.
No.
She saw the pitch she wanted and hit that jet stream out to right center field. And right off the bat, you can know that ball was gone.
Oh, center field, too.
Wow. What a ball game.
Just like that. Just like that.
How big of a clutch is that? 2 outs, your team down by 3, and you come up with a big 3-run home run right there. And Solano has a chance to win the ball game now. One more swing of the bat.
One more run, game over.
And they are going crazy in the dugout right now.
That, yeah, I wouldn't imagine anything else.
So you just look at the emotions. You look at the Salones that got all pumped up, and then you see a lot of long faces from the Sierra dugout, and you kind of take them out of the game right there. They've done so much to get back into this, and then you let Solano open the door for Solano to come back and potentially come back and win this game.
You know, game not over, though.
Game's not over.
10-10, tied game.
And now pinch hit, and we have Jade Backtad coming up. Had a crowd member telling her that she has a lot of pride stickers on her helmet. She has them for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Jade coming off the bench. Let's see if she can play the hero for Solano right here. Just get on base, spark another rally. Outside, ball 1.
And, of course, I got the chance to play Jade last year. You know, great hitter. You know, she was always clutch.
If you needed to be clutch, this is definitely the time for her right now.
Yeah. Just with the
outside, ball 2. So maybe a little rattle now is Becker. Maybe she might make a mistake here and give Backtad something really good to hit in a 2-0 count.
Mm-hmm.
Strike on the outside corner, so the count goes to 2-1. Man, I just had a feeling that last at bat that he was going to hit that. I mean, Brittany Jacobson.
Now 4 home runs on the season.
Let's go, Jade.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So all knotted at 10, 2 outs. The count is 2-2 to Jade Backtad. 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Couldn't get enough curve to hit the outside corner of the plate, so good take by Jade right there.
Man, that was just right off that corner. That's great hitting.
Yeah, being right behind the plate,
yeah.
you can really see.
Oh, yeah.
And the payoff pitch. And good battle by Backtad there to fight off the hard pitch. Outside, ball 4, so great at-bat from Jade Backtad to keep this rally going. Now it's going to bring up Jasmine Hornsby Edwards, who was hitless today, so she's looking to keep this rally alive and try to hopefully keep the rally alive or maybe end it here in regulation. Try not to go an extra inning. And once again, she's due, 0 for 3.
Redemption time.
First strike in there. Count goes 0-1.
Winning run, first base.
Yeah, you know, crazier things have happened. You can hit it down the line. And, oh, this one's hitting the right field, and it's going to go out of play. So the count goes 0-2 quickly to Jasmine. You know, Jasmine would really like to get on base and try to get Elena Benapayo up at the plate, and we've been talking about her all game long. I mean, who else would you rather have up at the plate? Right now, Jasmine needs to get on base and maybe get a triple, get the run home. Anything can happen.
Right? I mean, base hit, it's all you can ask
Yep.
for.
And the 0-2 count. Outside, ball 1. 1-2 pitch. This one's hit right at Casey Trezona, but we're heading to extras because of Brittany Jacobson's big 3-run home run, and we're heading to the top of the 8th. And we have a wild one on our hands here, folks. We're all knotted up at 10. A lot of runs were scored in the whole 7th inning. And now we're in the top of the 8th inning, and man, what a doozy. And you see Alaska back on the mound now. She re-entered with the top of the lineup, Casey Trezona up at the plate. She rips this one right past Hornsby Edwards, and Trezona stays hot, and she's going to find herself with a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 8th inning. And both teams putting on a hitting display here in the later part of this game.
That was a nice hard hit. I mean, that was tough for Jasmine to get.
Now Grace Carr up at the plate. Coach Pearson Bloom telling her team to watch out for the bunt. She tries to lay it down, but it goes foul. And when you're called upon a bunt from your team, you have to execute. Nothing drives a coach more crazy than not executing the bunt.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's softball 101. Execute the bunt. You know, just get it down.
Yeah, especially the way this game's been going. You know, one run could possibly do it. You would really like to get that leadoff run home, but
Exactly.
Solano's got to buckle down right here. Drops it down, and it rolls foul. So that's 2 bunts that she cannot get down. But now she gets a swing away. Grace walked in her last at-bat and eventually came around to score. And that 9-run 7th inning from Sierra. And it was a great job by Solano holding that lead to 4 at the end of that top of the 7th.
Oh, yeah.
Ball's in the dirt, so the count goes to 1-2. Oh, she swings, and it's 5th. Menapaya picks it up, throws it to first, and she got her at first base. What a great play by Elena Benapayo. But Grace Carr gets the job done by advancing and running her over to third base. Couldn't drop down the bunts, but eventually gets it done. Now it brings up Siani Scott. And Scott is 3 for 4 today with all 3 singles and a scored run. So one of the hottest hitters right now for Sierra. And this one's ripped right to Benapayo. Coming home. It's there. And the tag is late, and the run will score.
Wow.
Good strong throw from Benapayo, and the tag was just a tad late. But the speed of Casey Trezona really played a big part right there.
Oh, yeah. Just got to get that tag down, man. It's all about the tag.
So Lexi Wagner now at the plate. Runner on first, 1 out. And it scoots away, and the runner will advance to second base. Now Lexi Wagner can really come up here and try to kick this lead back up to 2 runs, and that would be crucial in this part of the game. And the pitch from Alaska. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So the count goes to 1-1.
Alaska really needs this strikeout right now.
Yeah, with 1 out, that's crucial right now.
And got to hold that lead to 1.
High, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch, drops down a bunt, right back to Alaska. She picks it up, doesn't know where to go with it, and everybody's safe. That's an infield single for Lexi Wagner.
You know, and that's that play we were talking about earlier, you know. You got to know what you're going to do with the ball before you get it.
Yeah, you definitely have to know the situation, you know, with one out and your runner on second has dropped down the bunt. You kind of have to concede third base. You just got to go for the outs right here. Get 2 outs, and now you're stuck with a first and third with 1 out. And Taylor Martinez up at the plate, and she's only 1 for 4 today.
Yeah, I mean, bunting like that, you got to know you're not going to get that runner at 3.
I mean, the best thing that could happen in this situation, a ground ball up the middle, trying to turn 2. The 1-0 pitch. And this one's popped up. Hornsby Edwards is under and makes the grab for out number 2. Good play by Jasmine right there. That's a huge out.
Huge out, huge play. Might have been exactly what they needed.
Yeah, you gotta keep it at 1 because one's definitely doable. They did 4 last inning, but 1 is definitely a lot easier than 4.
Oh yeah.
So now Courtney Kelly up at the plate. And this one's hit right to Hornsby Edwards. She throws it over to first for out number 3. So Sierra gets 1, and we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning, Solano down by 1, has the top of the lineup coming up. Atlanta Benapayo, Danny MG, and Stephanie Cello. On the mound now for the Sierra Wolverines is Megan Want. So Megan trying to come in and shut the door on this ferocious Solano lineup. But who better to start the bottom of the 8th inning is than Atlanta Benapayo. First pitch to her is outside, ball 1. And you know, Sierra's been really pitching around Atlanta today. So she gets a pitch to hit. She is very deadly.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't imagine. I would go right at Elena right now. No runners on, no outs. Can't afford to have her on base.
Yeah, that shoot plenty of speed. That pitch is outside for ball 2, so now the count goes to 2-0. 2-0, the perfect hitter's count right here. Look for one pitch only, something you can drive into the gaps. There's a big gap out in right center field, right where that jet stream of the wind kind of tends to hit on this Solano College softball field. Outside, ball 3. And that's 3 straight balls outside, nowhere even close to the strike zone, so maybe not enough warm-up for once, or they're just really trying to pitch around Benapayo.
You know, could be either, you know. I mean, Elena did have 8 home runs last year.
And there's a strike on the outside corner, so the count goes to 3-1.
You don't want to throw her that meaty pitch, you know. You don't want to see what's going to happen after that.
3-1 pitch, and this one's chopped, scooped, throws over first for out number 1. Good play by Courtney Kelly.
Great play. You know, that's that short hop we were talking about. You got to stay in and attack that ball.
And I believe Coach Pearson Bloom has had a chat with the Blue, and they're guessing the substitution.
Oh, they never subbed the pitcher. And
So now they're saying that she is re-entering the game. So does that give Atlanta Benapayo another at-bat?
yes, it does. New count.
Wow, that is a huge
New
blow.
life, you know? And this is exactly what Solano needs. They need to capitalize on this, you know? That's a huge mistake.
And that is a great call. Hey, that is a great job by Coach Pearson Bloom to recognize that and wait, not try to announce it too early, and using this to her advantage.
Exactly.
And that's what you call a great coach, knowing the rules and knowing how to play the game.
You can't expect anything less. 15 seasons, 9 consecutive BVC championships. I mean, come on. You expect that from Coach Bloom.
Yeah. So we didn't think this game could get any crazier.
No, no.
It went from 6-1 to 10-6 to 10-10, now 11-10, and now an illegal substitution. I mean, what's next? Lightning storm coming out or what?
I mean, I would not speak too soon.
So they're really trying to figure this out. While we were breaking the action, let's get a little station identification. You're tuned in to the Solano College Sports Network, your home for Solano sports. Back up here, still trying to get the rules squared away here, get everything all clarified. Got to play by the rules, and it looks like Elena Benapayo is going to get another at-bat here. So the call, so we'll reiterate the call now for some layman terms. I know I'm a little confused as well, that the pitcher came in, there was no substitution announced to the umpire. So through the at-bat, she was out. So then Coach Pearson Bloom came out and recognized that there was no substitution called. Oh, it returns to the previous count. So it will be 3-1 because she was out. So now it will be a 3-1 count to Elena Benapayo. She gets another chance at bat. So what a huge help for the Falcons here. And even in a 3-1 count, now she has a chance for a walk or get a base hit. So
that's a hitter's count right there. Yeah. 3-1, you know? Same pitcher, 3-1.
So here we go, getting back under action here. Elena Benapayo, 3-1 count. Nobody out, top of the 8th inning. Bottom of the 8th inning, I am sorry. She pokes this one into left field. And is caught by Claire Shaffett for out number 1. So now it's going to bring up Danny Endry. So after all that confusion, the answer was still the same way. And I guess you can go back to the old saying, the ball don't lie.
Very true.
Unfortunately, it didn't help out Solano.
You always got to try.
MG, little slap hit. Right to Trezona, throws it good. Scoop by Taylor Martinez for out number 2.
Two outs, pressure's on.
Now Solano's down to their final out, down by 1 run with Stephanie Cello at the plate. And we know Steph has some power. And Steph has 2 hits today, reached on a fielder's choice, double, single, and a scored run. She needs to find any possible way on base. You just have to start a rally and get the ball rolling. No pun intended. First pitch outside, ball 1.
You know, Steph being the DP of the game, it's her job anyways, you know?
Mm-hmm. And we saw her coming in catch for that top, for the top of the 7th. And now she's here for primary to hit. And here's the pitch. Swing and chop foul. So the count goes to 1-1. You know, Megan Wants is just going to come right at her right now. With the 1-1 count, you can't afford a walk. You have to get a strikeout or an out right here. And out will end the game. But Solano shows a ton of fight. Outside, ball 2. Find any way on.
Steph looks focused, ready, hungry.
The eye of the tiger. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Took a big hack at that one.
2-2, moment of truth. She's got to be aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Can't be over-aggressive, though. Look for something close.
Exactly, smart. Got to be smart.
She rips this one right past the 5.5 hole, so Solano has a runner on. Big single from Steph Cello right there. Keeps the rally alive.
Perfect, you know, started the rally, put the pressure on the next kid.
So now Nay White stepping up to the plate. And Nay is 2 for 4 today. She's reached on an error, a triple, a double, and 3 scored runs, so stay hot, kid. First pitch to Nay White. And that pitch is high for ball 1. So a tying run over at first base. So I think Coach Pearson Bloom might be going to a pinch runner here. Put some speed on the bases.
Throwing Cassidy on first base.
Cassidy Paulo, the freshman outfielder at American Canyon High School. We know she has some wheels, so they get a good shot right there. Good job by our cameraman, Mike McLeod. So now with some speed on the bases. That's exactly what you need with Nay White coming up, who's been spreading the ball all throughout the field. 1-0 count to Nay White. And the pitch. This one's chopped right to Lexi Wagner. Throws it over to first, and that's the way this one ends, folks. And Solano loses a heartbreaker to Sierra 11-10. But, man, what a crazy game. Your thoughts of the game?
Man, that's a tough loss, you know. Two great teams, you know. Least mistakes wins the game, and that's what came out, you know.
Yeah, you know, I can really see both these teams meeting up in the future part of this season, most likely in playoffs once again. And maybe this is one of those games that Solano looks back and say, hey, we had that game. You know, they didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. And we even came back and almost won that game once again. They had an opportunity, but both well fought all the way around, and great game.
Yeah, you know, it's all about the fight.
Yep.
Game's not over till it's over.
It's a good building block for this young Falcon team. And so that's all we have for you here on the Solano College Sports Network. Final score, 11-10 in favor of the Sierra Wolverines. I'm Stasha Moyner for Bella Fellafini. Thank you for watching.